opened
mistake,
the Czechi versus Ente
Czechi
replay,
versus
right?
End, yes, exactly.
Okay.
So it's on Secret Valley, right?
It's on Secret Valley, yes.
Oh, okay.
I think Starshaped is from Sweden. Can you confirm that?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He has been around the scene for a long time.
Is that true?
Never, however, had the really big shot at showing real greatness, displaying something incredible. But maybe now he finally will be able to do so.
But he didn't play in the European Nation Cup team, right?
You mean back in 2010?
Yes. I don't think so.
I didn't hear you if you said anything.
Yes, I meant back in 2010. Or even earlier, I don't care, but I think he wasn't that good, right?
No, he was never really amazing.
You're still not loud enough. That is crazy, because you're fucking my ears right now. But something's gotta be wrong with OBS then. Okay, now boosted you to 100%. Oh my god, you're so loud, even if you're just breathing. Shit.
Hope it's better.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Maybe you can just turn down the music on your end? The sound?
No, then everything is not loud enough.
I mean just so that it seems quiet to you, but the stream can still...
That's somehow not working right now, so I gotta suffer a bit, but whatever. I think it's better now. Can the stream confirm that?
Need to give him 30 seconds.
Yes.
Yes.
What a rough start today. We're just chatting and chatting, and the guys only want to see the games, but we're chatting about alcohol and crazy Polish people.
Just been 10 minutes though.
Yeah,
so
true. No technical difficulties so far. It's better. Great. Thank you for the feedback, guys. Okay, then I'm at 1 minute 15 seconds.
I'm getting there.
Great.
And I got there.
Okay, now the next sync is up to you.
Alright, we will continue this game on Secret Valley in 3, 2, 1, go.
Yes.
Night Elf versus Undead.
Oh, you learned.
Look in the Night Elf base.
Yes. Starshaped loves his Keeper of the Grove. He always plays him with Huntress, and I'm pretty curious how WaN will be able to handle that. I think he has the upper hand in this matchup, because I just think he's the better player. He starts with a DK and the standard TD opening with a late Fiends.
The Starshaped, I do not know if this is the case, but I mean it seems logical. Did War Chief Rich call himself Huntress Shaped to make fun of Starshaped?
No, I think they are friends. Because they play a lot of 2 and 2 together.
I also saw they have a replay up, and it sounds like you're pissing into a cup right now.
That's an app because I forgot to drink water, and you always have to stay hydrated, guys. So I got an app that reminds me of drinking.
We're officially at Grandma's, guys. He's telling us to drink water. All right.
You have to be healthy, man, and that's an easy way to stay in shape.
I guess you're right. Well, in any case, as you said, he's very well known for plays, and some people would call this lame, cheesy, and pretty cheap of him, because it's basically A-clicking the Huntresses and just microing the hero. But I think there's not just truth to this. Probably a little too critical. But now we see what Ent is trying to do. He's trying to cancel the first Ancient of War right away.
Still WaN.
Excuse me?
It's still WaN.
Ah, Jesus. He's not even using the right name. I'm sorry.
No problem.
It's WaN. He got skeletons from the middle. He had a critter killed there by the Acolyte, and now he's instantly trying to at least kill the Ancient of War, but it seems to just be able to survive, but he gets 2 wisps in the process.
Yeah, good start by WaN. Here comes the Keeper of the Grove, entangling a skeletal minion with almost 0 duration left. So that's a bit of a waste in my opinion, but whatever.
He just wants to get this Ancient of War up. He cannot lose it,
Yeah.
probably, because his entire strategy falls apart. This hero, Keeper of the Grove, is only good, guys, in early and mid game. Once you have destroyers, it's useless. You got one skill, and it is hard countered by destroyers. It not only negates the effect, and in fact strengthens the destroyer. So the Keeper of the Grove needs to get a lot done early, or at least accrue some kind of advantage, like expansion. Normally we see an expansion. He cannot really out-tech the undead at any point. The thing is, though, until they're like 4 or 5 fiends out for WaN, the Night Elf should have absolute map control.
Yeah, no big opportunity for Starshaped to grab something here, because the fiends are only chilling in the base doing nothing, and so he's able to get a few hits on the DK, but that's not that big of a problem. I think WaN plays this pretty solid.
Yes, I do agree. The thing is, he cannot basically do anything with his DK and fiends, because once he goes out to creep and Starshaped is on top of his game, which he should be, he will lose fiends. We see it right now. He's going out with 2 fiends. He has no coil to save him. No mana. That's gonna be the entangle. If he was looking and fast enough, gets it now. And I think this fiend should be dead. There's no coil. And 4 huntresses.
Yeah, huge damage output, of course, because the fiends
this is
are
what
medium armor.
He can just keep doing this.
Yes.
And actually, I think WaN has to stay in his base until he has 4 or 5 fiends to contest the damage output of the huntresses. And even better to top it off would be a lich, of course. But you know, in the meantime, what you gonna do? Nothing. Just sit in the base.
Yeah, Starshaped knows this and builds the Tree of Life, so very early expansion here. Tier 2 tech a little late, but that's pretty usual with the mass hunts strategy. Tier 2 tech for WaN already, Lich is coming.
And he lost 1 fiend so far. That's not great, but it's alright. You know,
Yeah.
it didn't give up much. But he also has nothing on his DK. 75 experience. That's 3 wisps. With a little more detonating from Starshaped. You know, when the coil was flying, he could have denied even this. And now he has to resort to creeping this little tiny weeny spot, the Murlocs, and even so, he might still lose the fiend. There is 1 coil though, so he will throw the coil right now, but there's still damage output. But he cannot block anymore, but he has another entangle, and he loses another fiend, and this is crucial. Now the Night Elf can still have map control, because normally WaN would be able to now contest with a Lich with 2 fiends, but he only has 1, and he's still stuck inside his base and basically can't do anything.
Well, if he's just patient enough to wait for his Lich and the destroyers, I think it's not that important to get high-level heroes here, because
Well, he leads to level 3 on the DK, obviously, for the coil.
yeah, but
And
it's not that necessary to get a level 3 Lich very fast.
no. I think it's more important to get a big army, actually.
Yes.
So Entangle doesn't ruin your whole day. Because as long as the army is this small, you can just focus one by one unit with the Entangle. He needs to get a few units, and losing these 2 in the early game, those 2 fiends, hurt him so much. He's now taking to tier 3 with destroyers and the orb. He will become much more powerful. But if Starshaped is given the time, with the expansion, which he should be given the time, he may have 70 supply, and even though his army is a lot worse, and the hero also, it just may be, you know, too much stuff to deal with.
Very early level 3 for the Keeper of the Grove, and 1, 2, 3, a lot of Huntress already. The expansion is on its way, and finally WaN is able to creep something here. He has a bit of time and he uses it pretty good. First statues coming.
And I think this is where Starshaped is making a mistake. He could punish every move WaN ventures out of his base, and he should have wisps in position, but now he gave him a little bit of time. By the way, second hero, the Alchemist, something I haven't seen often at all. I don't know.
No,
is
not
this
as a
something-
second hero.
Is it something typical of Starshaped?
I don't know his playstyle that well, but I don't think so. I know that Sonic played Alchemist first lately, but yeah. Starshaped
And you
engaging here. First
you
fiend
can
is
see
there
it.
already.
You can see it right here. There's just 3 fiends, and with the Entangle, you can kill 1 after the other.
Yeah.
Loses 2. This would be makes it to a total count of 4 fiends lost. And there's no chance at all right now he can do anything against this expansion. Once again, other map control on the side of Starshaped. He just needs to position his wisps outside the undead base and punish every move he makes. And honestly, I think this game should be fairly easy to win that way.
Well, what do you think about going for gargoyles early? With a fast tag, not that many ghouls, but very early darks?
Should be decent. The thing is though, it takes forever to get them up. And you also give the Knight of absolute map control in the early game, but I mean, that is what he has anyway. You can't do anything against this. So it may be a good idea, especially in Secret Valley. You can creep the drakes very efficiently, and there's a lot of wood area, you know, the forests to fly over. So yeah, I think that might be a good idea, but you know, with gargoyles you don't really want to go to a head-on-head engagement. You want to harass all the time, and once you're up to 70 or 80 food, and that takes forever for the undead, you don't want to really do much. And it seemed to me like he wanted to contest the Night Elf, rather, with his strategy here of playing Fiends. But he never got there, because he always kept losing 1 or 2 here, 1 or 2 there. But I think, yeah, that's definitely a route he could try to take. Going gargoyles, going more defensive, playing even more evasively. Because of course Entangle doesn't do anything against gargoyles. But it also costs a lot of time, in which the Knight Elf can do whatever he wants.
Yes, no tier 3 tech by Starshaped, but a lot of unit upgrades so far. Red spot creep by WaN, but isn't able to finish it. First is this destroyer in the air. Nova on the Huntress.
Everything is slow. There was a very good Nova. Delays the damage output of the Night Elf significantly. There's another Entangle. Should be dispelling it. Did, but it wasn't really quick enough. And DK is still not level 3, meaning there's no level 2 coil, meaning he cannot really heal his Fiends very efficiently. But with a lot of kiting, he does strike the Night Elf back. And just imagine this like 3 minutes ago, had he not lost all those Fiends.
Oh, nice block by the DK on the Alchemist, even with Chemical Rage. Nice move, but not able to kill it in the end. There's a Potion of Invulnerability and a heal scroll left, so just a nice move. Style points granted.
And finally level 3. Yes. Jesus, it took so long. 11 minutes in.
Katka's Pipe of Insight, we didn't mention that.
Yes, excellent item for every undead player.
Maybe the best.
Yep. Probably the best. With the undead having no clarities, no real opportunity of replenishing their mana. Aside from statues, this item is absolutely excellent. And he's going right here on the expansion without a TP scroll. This is basically all in. If he loses here, he loses Death Knight, and he loses probably everything after that. Unless something weird happens. Alright, now Starshaped needs to defend. He's at 60 food. I'm surprised he doesn't have more, but this is the fight that counts. Hunters come in, eat a Nova. There's the first Entangle, needs to be dispelled right away. Does do so fairly quickly. Wisps come out to detonate. Very good move, I think. No mana right now on any of the undead heroes. And now he should be able to pick off those Fiends. Another one dies, second one is entangled. Gets dispelled, nice micro, does this quickly. But the Huntresses are just, you know, you see it right here. They're not effective, but there's so many of them. How can you kill them? Very nice, he did not forget to bring a Dust. Level 3 also now on the Alchemist, and level 4 on the Keeper of the Grove. But so many skeletons. I like this Dark Ranger pick a lot. Look at all those skeletons.
Perfect counter against the Archer, but the Lich is in problems. Nice potion of healing given by the DK to the Lich and saving him now. And the Ebbo is doing a lot. Oh, nice Dispel, killing all the skeletons with only one Wisp. That was absolutely great by Starshaped. And the Lich is in trouble again, but the Keeper of the Grove is out of range, and here comes the coil to save it.
Oh man, that freaking Katka's Pipe of Insight is working overtime right now. And we said it, the Dark Ranger with the skeletons is nice, but the Wisps are a pretty easy hard counter.
Yes.
And this is, I think, where WaN had to break him. But Starshaped, he bent, he did not break.
The Expo is still up, and the heroes are getting better and better. And he has nice inventories as well, but no tier 3 tech yet. He relies on Hunters and Archers.
But he does have 2 upgrades, I think, no, 2-1.
Yes.
So they're fairly strong, even though they're only Huntresses and Archers. But even with those upgrades, you cannot deny the fact that they are tier 1 units, so they obviously have their weaknesses. So are Fiends, one could argue, but that's the one advantage Undead has over the other races. Fiends are basically the only tier 1 unit you can still play late game, at least on a very high level of play, at least reliably. And now there's the expansion from WaN. Earlier in this game, Starshaped at some points missed an opportunity to punish his opponent. Maybe now he will miss this window where WaN will try to expand. It will be up to him now to scout this and deny it.
It's obviously very hard for an Undead to get his expo up, but if it's up, it's worth more than a Night Elf expo, I think. Because
with the units currently, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, 3-3-2 heroes. No invo pot, no heal scroll, because he had to invest a lot into the expansion. But second red spot creep for VaN now. This is big. But the expo gets cancelled right away.
Plus 12, for example, would be magnificent. Could be an awesome drop here. Gotta keep an eye out. Let's hope he doesn't get an item like the Crystal Ball,
or
which is
Helm
always
of Valor.
Yes, or the Hood of Cunning. Kind of imbalanced those drops, one has to say.
True that.
And he gets the Legion Doomhorn.
Okay.
Normally a good item, but he already has it, so it's 250 gold, also not bad.
Still 50 food for VaN. Starshaped on 66, not reaching the 80 yet. Kind of bit of surprised about it. Only creeping. I think, as you said, he had he missed an opportunity, but he has good inventories here with Scroll of Healing and Potion of Invulnerabilities.
And the thing is about archers, once you get to them, you can chew through them fairly quickly.
Yes.
But that's what the Huntresses are for. And don't kid yourself, archers with 2 upgrades in great numbers deal a lot of damage, especially to destroyers. And as we know, he needs destroyers against the Entangle. So it's gonna be a micro battle, definitely.
Second expansion by Starshaped at the 6 o'clock position, and VaN trying to build his expo up once again. I don't think the Dark Ranger is the perfect hero choice. Maybe he should have gone for more area of effect damage, like a Crypt Lord with the Impale, or maybe even a Panda third.
Yeah, the thing is, there's not that much damage output for heroes in the Night of Arsenal, because of a lot of piercing damage from the archers. So I think adding a third hero, first of all, is a very good choice. You don't always see this against Night Elf, at least when they're playing normally. But also, I would have liked to see something more tanky. You know, the Death Knight is the only thing that is really tanking right now. Abominations do tank, but they die still more quickly than heroes. Alright, but here's the fight. This is the fight that counts. If VaN can stabilize here, can get his expansion up, well, it is up. If he can keep it, it's gonna be a great boon to his economy and to his entire game. Double level hero level up. Lich is also very stacked on damage, does a lot. And now we even see the Treants. There comes the first destroyer, dispels 3 of them immediately, but they're still alive. Slowly the Night Elf is starting to chip away at the entire health. We see a Scroll of Healing being used, and now the archers are very deep in this undead army. They eat a Nova, they kill the destroyer though, so now Entangle can be very, very beneficial. Only 1 Entangle left, only mana for 1 more. Fiend does get borrowed in the nick of time, but there is a dust. But the archers, oh man, the archers, they're eating so much damage right now. And he has to get out.
No chance against Nova and the Orb of Corruption, just getting sniped one by one. Very, very nice fight by VaN. The placement of the meat wagon was excellent. The towers are up now, and the expo is secure. So this could be the deciding fight for VaN. Could have been, whatever.
And I would have liked to see Wisps from Starshaped. He does have the economy. He had 2 gold mines, and just, you know, it sounds inefficient, but just bring 6 or 7 Wisps to every fight and detonate them where you can. In the heroes, in the skeletons, somewhere. You need more than just Huntresses and Archers against this undead hero combination. The Fiends and the Abominations, they're nice, but what's really delivering the pain here is the Death Knight and his 2 buddies, the Dark Ranger and the Lich.
True that. So what is Starshaped going to do now? The Alchemist is almost level 5, so is the Keeper of the Grove, but I think that's the second last creep spot on Secret Valley here. There is the level 5 Keeper of the Grove, but here is WaN engaging the expansion again. And yeah, he's not that low on food as he was the fights before, so this is looking good for our German fella.
Yeah, I think also he did finally manage to stabilize. This is what this strategy does. It is very, very strong in the early game, and then it tapers off significantly. And now here we see Coil Nova action going on. Once you have those hero levels with this mana pool, you can do this, pick one unit off after the other. But now the Lich has to actually be careful. He did get the TP transferred and does manage to make it out alive.
No mana for the Death Coil, so that was necessary.
Yeah. But this pipe, man, this pipe of insight
Yeah.
is absolutely amazing. I don't want to say it gave him the win. Not at all. He played magnificently, but it helped him a lot.
So Starshape's adding Dryads to the game now.
Yeah, Dryads, the good thing about them is they're magic immune. The bad thing about them is they don't really deal any damage at all, especially against fiends. And they give quite a bit of experience, actually. Now the second expansion of Starshaped is scouted, and I think, honestly, one should be easily able to take it out. But, let's see, there are a lot of archers, well, not that many, 7. So there is some ranged damage in this army, but there's also 2 abominations, 4 fiends, 2 meat wagons. Very hard for the archers to take them out. Question is, does Starshape want to defend this? He sees the army of the undead and he sees, oh shit, that's at least 60 supply. Can I fight this? He's gonna try it. How is the TP gonna look? Probably very defensively in the back. No, very offensive in the front actually. And he gets the base, and WaN, excuse me, is satisfied with that. They trade TPs, but the base is dead.
Yeah, I think his plan was to take out the meat wagons very fast, but the town portal was not fast enough, so the expo is down. It's 1 gold mine versus 2 gold mines versus 2 gold mines. Now it's one gold mine versus 1 gold mine, and yeah. WaN upgrades web and adds meat wagons again, killing off these wisps. I think his army is superior.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But his positioning right now is not, and it may have been a mistake, not building a Necropolis up here. He cannot TP, and he's quite far away, and he's not moving right now. Now he is. Maybe too late though. He might be losing his expansion because he was too greedy to build a Necropolis, and he's unsummoning. He's unsummoning everything. It gives him a little bit of money back. But that's a lot of money. He's still losing here. Oh, the Nova comes in and the coil right after. Countered by the Scroll of Healing, but it's not enough. A lot of damage. Meat wagons driving up the front. Kind of misricroing here, but this army is still very strong. Next Nova comes in. All the archers are being slowed. They're focusing the Destroyer. They get him. But they pay a lot of damage themselves for this trade. But there are a lot of hunters still in this game. This time, Ante is not positioning very well, and I mean WaN, of course, I'm sorry. Level up, we saw here, level 5 now for the Death Knight. Level almost 5 for the Lich, and how can the Night Elf kill these heroes anymore? I don't think he can. I really think it's impossible. He did, however, take out a lot of units. Another Antangle kills the Fiend, but the Keeper of the Grove goes down. Cannot TP out in time, I don't know if he had one. And the first hero for the Night Elf is dead, but also the expansion of the Undead. This is very close.
Still mana on the undead heroes. Now Chemical Rage used again. There is a potion of invulnerability, but there's at least 2 more Coil Novas left. Now he's finishing off all the other units, and only the Keeper of the Grove is left with 3 archers here. And these meat wagons, man, the damage they dealt, absolutely fantastic.
And this is how I think WaN could have lost this game, not having any more income. And just, you know, dying very slowly to chipping away damage by the Night Elf. But he does have money for 1 more Hornet Gold Mine.
Yes, and he builds one at 6 o'clock.
Yes, exactly. He did build one. And at this point, level 5 on the heroes, and also Dark Ranger 4.5. I don't see Starshaped being able to ever engage into this undead army again. He must kill buildings and choke his opponent slowly. He cannot go face to face.
Well, he has the advantage that he could move his Tree of Ages to the next gold mine to get a free expansion, but I'm not sure if he's able to hold his first expansion any longer.
No, absolutely impossible. Cannot do this. Just with 3 archers, 3 huntresses and a dryad, and of course 1 alchemist. You know, if the alchemist was level 6, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah, he could sell some abominations, so the damage output on the archers is lower, but yeah, it's not enough.
And once again, WaN is not protecting his expansion. Right now, of course, he does not have, or did not have, money for an Acropolis, and Starshaped is just kind of blindly running into the enemy base. Coil Nova finishes 1 huntress, the other one is slowed by the tower, and just look at this damage output right now.
The Lich is such a beast.
They're just evaporating. I don't know. I don't think this is possible to come back from. Snacks another archer with a coil. We said this before. Once undead heroes reach this level of experience, they can just snack everything right here. Nova, he's not even using the coil. He's saving his mana, retaining his pool. Now he's going on the Death Knight. I don't know if you saw this at any point so far. Invul use on the Alchemist and the Keeper of the Grove. He just gets chopped down by Coil Nova in focus. Or does he survive? Just barely. Ignores
Oh my god!
him right now.
10 HP! And the DK is low as well. But oh my god.
He must not die. Is he gonna die? He's running circles around the Alchemist. You cannot lose your Death Knight. He does lose his Death Knight. Are you kidding me?
Level 6 on the Alchemist and TP out.
Are you kidding me? Why is he running circles around him? Why is he not just going back to base? This was so risky.
But he is able to kill off the Tree of Ages, so it's still a good move for WaN here.
Yeah.
No gold left for the Night Elf, and still a level 5 hero and a level 4 hero for WaN.
Please keep the camera on the Alchemist. I want to see transmutation.
Okay.
Come on, sell the abomination. Do it! There it is.
There it is. The pot of gold.
Yes, he throws it onto his head and gets the gold from it. Very cool.
But it's 45 seconds cooldown, so I don't think that will change the game.
Very nice that we can see this with the tool.
Yes.
The Keeper of the Grove is going to harass with 20 hit points. If there was even 1 tower here, he could not do this. But so far there's none. And he's creating tree ants and running the fuck away.
He should go to the Fountains of Health.
You know, the thing is, if he could not revive the Death Knight, there might be a chance, but not like this.
Yeah,
the decay will be out soon. But how long is the cooldown for transmutation?
It's up. He is able to transmute again, and here comes the pod, and the next Evo is gone.
Just imagine no Death Knight coming back to this army.
Yeah.
Would be so crazy. And he's not choosing to defend his expansion, rather choosing to kill his enemy's base, which I find very weird. But alright. Only 3 more acolytes left. But, you know, the thing is, the Death Knight, he's coming back. And he absolutely cannot be killed another time. Unless he's running circles around the Alchemist again. Which I do not recommend.
So... Huh? Yeah, the Ancient Protector is up and down.
Another transmutation must come.
Well, yeah, the cooldown is up. And there is enough mana, so... I think we'll see a Fiend vanish.
This is so awesome. Do it! Yes!
I think that's almost 1,000 gold, 600 gold now? 650 or something?
But it's so hard for him to do anything with this gold.
Yeah, that's
he has
true.
no real functioning base.
Anymore.
He's now trying to go for the Lich. He's going for the Hail Mary right here, but oh my god, the damage on the Keeper. He's even blocking himself with the Dryad. Level 6 now on the Lich, and there is the Death Knight, and if it wasn't GG before, it is now.
Wow, what a game!
That was awesome. Jesus.
Yeah,
Level 6.
Starshaped always some entertaining games with him.
I must say I haven't seen many games of him, but after seeing this game, I'm looking forward to the next few, man.
Oh yes. We will do a short commercial break as always to set up the next game, and time for you to get something to drink or whatever. So see ya in a minute. That was fun. Are you there or did you leave? Okay, you left. Next map is Melting Valley for you guys. Yeah, some people don't get the commercials. I don't know why, but you can do anything against it. We can't do anything against it. It's just some sort of crazy Twitch mechanic.
I'm back.
Great!
Is the commercial break still going on?
I don't think so. No.
Dude, I haven't seen Melting Valley in forever.
I saw some games lately, and it's still fun. I think it's a bit imbalanced, but it's always fun.
I hate that fucking map, man.
Yeah, as an undead, of course.
Alright. Dude! I'm looking forward to the next game.
Yes, me too.
Fucking level 6 alchemist. How awesome is that? But there... Dude... Ente? WaN, I mean, Jesus Christ.
What is wrong with you today?
There's two undeads, both of them kind of similar, both from Germany, both not the most well-known names, both, however, really good players.
Okay.
And he's not using the right name, it's just fucking with my head. I'm sorry.
Okay, you're excused.
I'm good at making excuses, man. I do it all the time.
Yeah. Neutral here. Okay, can we start?
Yes! I am
Right.
very much so looking forward to it.
Okay. WaN with a 1-0 lead. Starshaped with a back against the wall, and we're starting this game in 3, 2, 1, go. Neutral hero build order, right?
Yes, and I'm really excited for what he's gonna go for. Hopefully something crazy like Pit Lord first or something.
Well, maybe an alchemist first.
By the way, I think where he lost the last game was when Ente won. Fuck. WaN attacked the expansion. No, we're not gonna do anything.
We should implement a counter.
When WaN did the expansion, attacked the expansion, and for some reason the Night Elf only had 60 food. I think he must have mismacroed or something. He only had 60 food. It was so weird.
Yeah, he pushed very hard for the upgrades, but didn't build any units for some time.
I think he should have smashed that attack with the early game he had.
Yeah.
But failed to do so, and from there on, I must say WaN, and now I did it correctly, I did say WaN, played really well. You know, aside from not building the necropolis, almost costing him the fucking game, and losing his Death Knight stupidly and almost also costing him the fucking game. But he did play very well, I have to say. And now...
Yeah, very nice creeping. He got both red spots.
Yeah.
You cannot let this happen against an undead.
That's also something you to add. That type of insight.
Yes.
Amazing.
Pen and Brewmaster as the first hero. No Alchemist, no Pit Lord, no Demon Hunter, no Warden. It is our drinking friend.
Yeah, Watchy Rich recently beat me on ladder with that first. Was pretty demoralizing. It was a very close game though. I do want to add.
I heard you beat him and Ente or WaN in 2-on-2. lately?
I think it was Enter. Yes, it was Just Gozo is his Twitch account, right?
Yeah, that's Enter.
Yes, Tsui and I, we beat them in 2-2. Fuck yeah! But of course 2-2 is a little more random, I have to admit. But yeah, we did do that. And we see a Fiend first build order, was it? It was, like, like play against Orcs. So Melting Valley, a huge freaking map, even though it's only 2 players. And one is not even to go for any kind of aggression as quickly as possible. How soon is he gonna attack? Normally you see it right now at 20. Yes.
You're a little laggy to me.
Times when the undead laggy.
Yeah, like robot laggy, kinda.
Robot-y?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's
can
better
we
now.
Pause for it? Or if it continues, just tell me and we pause for a second and I just rejoin TeamSpeak.
Alright. The obvious Engine of War creep at the Ice Troll Warlord. It's very easy to creep, especially with a Panda as the first hero. Scroll the Beast and Cloak of Shadows, not that good items, but hey. Let's see if Van is lucky again.
He lost his Engine of War.
Ooh.
Not that big of a deal, because he has another one. But normally it should never be part of your strategy to lose your Ancient of War. So I do think it was a mistake. But probably not too significant, I
Same
guess.
items for Van.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. For the moaning.
Yawning! What's
Yawning!
going
Oh
on
god,
with you,
sorry.
man?
Yeah, man, my brain is so lazy today and
Dude,
so
it happens
slow.
to me often though also.
Oh man. This creep spot as undead is not that common, right? That early?
It's not that easy to take because it has a lot of piercing damage and in general a lot of damage output, so your skeletons die quickly, and after that your Death Knight takes a lot of damage, like we can see right here. And this is why he also has to be more defensive right now. He doesn't really want to fight with that low HP Death Knight, probably can't accomplish much. And this is something which I think makes this map pretty bad for undead, especially when you play Fiends. It's really tough to take these middle camps, these creep spots, because you can be very easily creep jacked, and in the early game you absolutely do not want to lose Fiends. And also the damage types of the creeps here are not beneficial. They just shred through skeletons, as we can see right here. But he's pulling them, so they're losing a lot of damage output. And he finds a nice item. The Claws of Attack +9, very good for the Lich.
Yeah, it's his second Claws of Attack, so it's already +15, plus the Orb is +20 damage on the Lich when he pops out of the altar, so Beastie Lich again, and now with Mercenary support, the Panda is going for the Acolytes, I think.
Yeah, Panda wants to go on the aggressive right now. And he wanted to creep check. He assumed his opponent was going to be at his natural, but he wasn't there as he was in the middle camp.
Let's pause for a second at 6:10 because the stream seems to be very laggy.
Okay.
Let's just wait a bit because there's nothing wrong in my OBS at the moment.
Faustus7 is asking why. What? That's not the correct name. Dr. Faustus7 is asking why Undead is being played so rarely. Well, the honest answer is they seem to be weaker than the other races. It's what the meta game is at right now, or rather has been for like, I don't know, 3 years at least. So yeah, that's just the current state of the game. Some races are always considered stronger than the others throughout the history of Warcraft, and right now Undead seems to be the weakest.
Well, Undead never was the strongest race. Maybe back in the day with Sweet and Mad Frog, like 2004. That
was a long time ago, though.
Yeah, like 10 years ago, the Undeads were the superior race. But okay, the stream is okay, so let's unpause. Are you at the 6:10?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let's go in 3, 2, 1, go.
And what Starshaped is doing right now is something we saw also at 1 or 2 points in the last game. It appears that every now and then he wants to go on the aggressive, but he's just, I'm sorry to use this term, but seemingly stupidly walking into the enemy base. And look at his vision right now. He has no wisps, nowhere, none. And this is something that you should take advantage of as Night-Up. You should use wisps, deploy them everywhere on the map.
Well, he did on Secret Valley.
Yes, that's also something that I did want to add, but I think I forgot to bring up. He did it very well on Secret Valley, but right here he just... What's he doing here, honestly? He got 2 skeletons. Well, that's awesome. So what's your game plan here? He cannot really snipe any fiends because he has a panda. He doesn't have great single target abilities. He has Breath of Fire, that's AoE. It's good for fighting, it's not good for picking off, excuse me. He has no slows, he has no stuns. He does get 1 fiend though right now with a crit. But he's losing, I think, 1 archer, 2 berserkers or something. It's this is looking honestly not that good by him.
That is correct, my friend. 1 coil left. Oh no, it's, he's 10 mana points short. But I think what kills him is the very early level 3 DK. Almost level 4 now after this fight. And yeah, that's a pretty nice creep route by WaN.
He got so much. It's 30 supply for the Night Elf. It's 36 for the Undead, and he still has some money. And now he gets another camp in the middle, giving him another Watcher Ward. And with that great map vision, obviously. He has 2 claws on the Lich. A 3rd one would make his day perfect, but it is a Talisman of Evasion, which will be sold, yes. Tome of Experience, maybe? Nope.
The worst tome possible. Agility +2. You don't use it as an undead, but very early level 2 here. He's just waiting for tier 3 to be finished, and then with the Orb of Corruption he will be at +20 damage and level 3, I guess. No second hero for the Night Elf.
Oh, this creep jack. Oh man.
Yeah, it's gotta be bad.
Starshaped had such a bad early game, and now this is coming. He's gonna lose both those archers. Definitely. Nova gets 1. He does try to focus them, does it nicely, spreads the damage, doesn't forget about them, or does he? Misses an opportunity to kill the second one. But look at this, he can just kite so easily. As I said before, the panda does have good AoE, but he cannot pick off those fiends. It's just pretty much impossible.
Yes. Even if he's on level 3, it's not that effective against fiends here.
Especially he has an early obsidian statue, and it's so good versus a panda.
Yeah, it's like the perfect counter for a panda.
Yeah, it's not looking over, but it's looking really fucking bad.
Yeah, yeah. Starshaped not playing with his Keeper of the Grove. You don't see that very often, and now he's going for bears. I haven't seen him play bears, to be honest.
And this is when bears do not yet have master, so he cannot go out with the bears, because if he does, it's just gonna get Coil Nova and he's gonna lose very expensive units. So in the meantime, before there's the master upgrade, one can just do whatever he wants, and this is killing the shop, killing the movements. Now he's running out with the bears. Where's the Nova? Coil Nova, there we see it. And he does save him with the staff, which is nice. And now there's master upgrade, but there's only 2 bears, well 3 bears now. He may be able to pull off some kind of a defense, but it's not easy.
Yeah, there's no Orb of Corruption at the moment, so this is like.
But a Scroll of the Beast, he may use it now. The crit actually hurts from the banner. Uses a coil, saves him. There's the Scroll of the Beast, and now comes the pain. He does have Borrow, and there is a dust for the panda. He probably knows this. Maybe you should borrow 1 fiend. Force him to use 1 dust, and just look at the spreading of the fiends. He's kiting him around all of the battlefield, and there's no demon hunter to chase after them and pick them off 1 by 1. It's just a lonely panda. Oh, and the druid of the claw does just turn around in time.
Yeah, looking very, very good for a German fella. It's almost a 2-0 here. I don't know how Starshaped can turn this around, but 4 bears now and 1 Dryad. Oh, nice Nova, nice staff as well. But these 2 obsidian statues are doing an amazing job.
Yeah. And it all goes back to the early game, which looked really weird by Starshaped. Now there's even a destroyer. Scratch that. There's 2 destroyers. He even saves that fiend. The Death Knight, without being mana burned, can just coil all day.
Yeah.
And that was very one-sided. Amazing game on Secret Valley, but here Starshaped looked kind of outclassed.
True that. WaN advances to the next round, and I can show you the bracket here. And I think it is already the semi-final now. Yes. Just adding WaN to the next round here. Doopy doopy doo. So he'll play the winner of yours and Xun. It's gonna be interesting. Yours